fuck, 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 mother the fuck, the fuck.
Oh God, some of the stuff that we start off with is hilarious, but we got more intros to cover, so.
Bitch, I'm a ball, bitch, I'm a ball. Don't get no ball, nigga, no ball. What's in my cup? What's in my cup? Full of that punch, nigga, that punch. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, ballin' like Kobe. Ho, keep it moving, cause you do not know me. Bitch, I'm a ball, can't talk in Milwaukee. Tell my dog sick of me, I do no barking. Pass me some greens, you know I'ma spark it. Mama got ass, told her to arch it. Pull up at the spot, hop out and don't park it. Bino say, always keep one in the cartridge. With Joey out purpose, so we going toxic. Came from the swamp to visit the tropics. Check out the scenery. Tell lil' mama to the backwoods right by the lake.
What is up, everyone? What is up? It is now episode 4 of the Ruthless Attitude Podcast. As always, I am your host with the most, MalcGoolie, and of course, with me is my broadcast partner, Mitch, Money Mitch. D will be on here later on. He'll be late. Got a lot to talk about here. We got to talk about Jeff Hardy. Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano are now free agents. We will talk about Liv Morgan's Monday Night Raw match against Becky Lynch. And we will give out our picks and predictions on Winter is Coming. My computer is acting like a bunghole, so Mitch is going to have to be the one to give us the card. So, yeah. So, right now, let's start off with the bigger news right now. Let's talk.
What's it called again? Why don't I get it up?
AEW Winter is Coming.
Okay. So, what are we talking about?
We are going to talk about the one thing that everybody had. And speaking of which, shout outs to the following people. Shout outs to everyone on the Spotlight Sports Network, everybody on who follows me. So from like Dual Games, John L. Jackson, Juice, Troy James, the list goes on. Because when you guys gave me the notification about Jeff Hardy, about Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, not gonna lie to you guys, I was really, really upset about it because everybody knows that Jeff Hardy is one of my favorite wrestlers. Easily can go into the top 5 of faves from me. And for the fact that WWE released him, it really pissed me off. But then after looking at it, a lot of people say the reason why he got fired is because WWE believes that he was once again, popped up on a pill, popped up on drinking or something, and he refused to go to rehab. But then his wife, Beth, literally tweeted saying that he was fine. He wasn't being drugged. He wasn't drugged. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. He was just going through a rough time. He was just fed up and he was just tired. So it's basically he said, she said. Quite frankly, there's only one person I really want to hear from, and that's Jeff Hardy. So if WWE is saying one thing, Beth Hardy is probably saying another. I need to hear from Jeff. I want to hear from Jeff, and I want to hear from Jeff only. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about Jeff Hardy. We're going to talk about his run ever since he came back to WWE. We're going to talk about it all with Jeff. And now just joining us, our boss, the Vince McMahon of the Spotlight Sports Network.
Why do I keep calling Vince McMahon? I am way better than Vince McMahon.
Vince
Tony
McMahon
Khan.
mixed with Tony Khan.
No, I wouldn't even say I'm Tony Khan. I'm just me, bro. I'm just me.
Well, since I'm just me that's just joined us, what is up, G? How you doing?
I
It's
am
just
I
me.
am the
See that
spotlight. I
so
am the spotlight of the Spotlight Sports Network.
There you
Even though
go.
I'm not winning in no fantasy league, I'm still the head of this.
Yeah, for the first time,
now.
because like for the last two. Wait, you're beating me right now. That's probably because I didn't set my lineup for that week. I probably did, or I just probably didn't.
Fantasy basketball.
Listen. Even though that y'all beating me in all these leagues right now, I really don't care. I still run this though.
I didn't know I was playing you.
And I am
Mitch.
officially retiring from fantasy basketball after this season.
I'm not.
For the first time for basketball, not basketball, football, I am actually not going to make the playoffs unless a few things happen, but it ain't going to happen.
Oh,
I have to win tomorrow.
This bright ass green gotta go.
I have to win tomorrow.
Mine was dark green. I don't know how it changed to green.
Because it was Donte's stream.
Well, Donte can stay where it's at. It's back to black. Ha ha.
All right, so with that being said,
let's talk about this. Let's get into the nitty gritty of.
Let's just get into Jeff Hardy. Everybody knows that I am the biggest Jeff Hardy fan. For God's sakes, I have a Jeff Hardy comic book strip T-shirt in my closet. I have a Matt and Jeff Hardy Boy T-shirt in my closet. Everybody knows that when I'm just a big, huge Jeff fan. You can call me just a Jeff Hardy mark. But there's one thing I always ask for Jeff, and is for him to stay healthy and to stay clean. But from numerous sources, a lot of people say that the reason why he got released is because he did not want to go into rehab. And then according to his wife, Beth has said and stated that he is fine. He's not turned the wheel. He's not fell off the wagon. So basically it's a he said, she said. It's two sources basically saying what Jeff has done. But the one thing I want to hear from him, we're probably going to hear it sometime this week or probably somewhere down the end of 2021. And that's from Jeff Hardy himself. So I'm not going to take saying for the fans that say, oh, Jeff's a druggie. Once a druggie, always a druggie. If you're one of those people who believe that, first of all, go hang yourself. No, literally.
I wouldn't say once a druggie, always a druggie, but if you don't want to help yourself, then that you can say that statement.
That's there. Yeah, but
if you don't want to go in and help yourself and you don't want, because I'm going through that with a family member that I have now. And he did not want to get help, but him going to jail, then going to rehab was more of a wake-up call. So I mean, it really depends on if you really want the help, then you will get the help. If you really don't want the help, then you're going to stay where you're at. You're going to stay complacent. You're going to stay in the effed up shit that you are in. So it's really some scenarios. Not scenarios, but it's really a lot of definitions to that type of, saying.
This is that people just act ignorant, and it just really pisses me off that people don't look at it at a bigger picture and not when it comes to people that go through substance abuse. I mean, look at Shawn Michaels. I mean, hell, Shawn back in the late 90s, he was always popped up on pills, popped up on attitude. And then when he found, religion again, and basically look what happened in 2002, all the way to, the year he retired. I'm pretty sure Shawn cleaned up his
but how
act.
many times did Shawn had to go to rehab though?
Yeah, I don't know. But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but with Jeff, yes, Jeff has been through a lot of rehab and whatnot. Because
it's really up to Jeff if he wants to change. If this is the situation, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. If you gotta want the help, if you want to be better. So if Jeff is doing this, just hypothetically, if he is doing this, if he wants to stay in the wrestling world, he's going to have to find some type of motivation to get himself clean again and stay clean. It comes from your surroundings. Who are you hanging around? Are you hanging around the same people that you were in so many rehabs and you go back to them after you get out? You have to change your scenery. And that's something I think Jeff Hardy is not doing, is that he's not changing his scenery if this is the truth.
Personally, I hope that's not the truth. But what coming from his wife, he said that She said that there's nothing really wrong with him. He's fine. He's just stressed out. I mean, well, hell, if you're working with WWE, I mean, you have to be stressed.
I understand that, but don't you think she's probably being politically correct at this moment and really don't want to say the truth? Because
like I said, the only person that we really have to hear it from is Jeff.
Right.
That's it. It's Jeff. Like I said, probably by the end of the year, we're probably not going to hear anything until Jeff.
I'm sorry I had to take your banner off. I couldn't see y'all at the top. I'm sorry. I'm going to make you a better overlay, Ghoulie. I promise you.
I appreciate that, but yeah, but there are some people saying no wrestling company will take him, and AEW is one of the names that's going around that won't take Jeff.
That's ridiculous.
Let me say this, Jeff. That's ridiculous. Somebody's going to take Jeff
at this moment.
Jeff's not worried about wrestling. Jeff is worried about
going to another brand or something. That he needs to worry about himself.
Before he even
was your scapegoat, but it's making you look worse in the wrestling business. And a lot of when times like this, and it happens, it turns into we don't want to see a Jeff like Keith said. So shout out to Keith, shout out to the bro. He said that I just don't want Jeff to turn into a Scott Hall.
Oh God,
and that's what I don't want. I don't want that either. I don't want that either. But Jeff's going to have to get the help. But I don't think he don't need to be focused on no type of sports or nothing. Focus on your family, focus on your health, focus on you.
I agree with that too. WWE didn't want to release him because they were thinking about doing one little nostalgic run with him. But with everything that happened. So
absolutely.
Oh God.
But
let me
I just have one question. How many times has this happened to Jeff Hardy? Is there like a number?
This has to be.
It's been multiple times.
I want to say, well, it all started, let's be real. It all started around like 2002. Right. And then what else? Then like I have
he
this
won,
DVD,
he won the TNA.
He
won the TNA title there, right?
He won the TNA title. Well, when he got released in 2003, he went to TNA for a little while. Then he left, went to WWE. Then I remember he got suspended because of a drug habit. Then he came back, and then I think it was the DUI. It was that, and then it was another drug issue that was 2, and that was the year. I think it was WrestleMania 24 where he was meant to win the briefcase, but he, didn't come back clean, and Punk won that. So then there was another one right afterwards, and then the whole incident with TNA. I believe that's 4. And because Sting, oh my God, having him go out there and he's popped up on pills and he is supposed to wrestle. Oh my God, who the fuck thought that was a great idea? I don't know. I still
really sucks that it sucks that how many times, how many chances does he get? This is you might not agree with me, Ghoulie, but this is sounding like Josh Gordon in the NFL. How many chances are you going to give this man? You say he's clean. Me personally, I still think Josh Gordon is not mentally there, and I don't think Jeff Hardy's mentally there.
I don't think he's mentally there at this point, but at the same time, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. But like I said, when I hear from the man's own mouth on his words, because 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to be on a podcast, maybe a Jericho's podcast or something like that. And oh God, we'll talk about Chris Jericho too later on in the show because he is in the hospital too, and they have to stop his Fozzy world tour because he is now in the hospital. So
let me just say something. Shout out to Ray to Earn, man. What a great guy. I love working with you, man. I'm glad you're part of Spotlight Sports Network. Let's keep it up, man. You're a great guy.
And he's saying with a bloodline, speculate the fact that D is not a big fan of the bloodline and he just left or I think, he just left. I think his camera and stuff out there, computer got unplugged. He said he'll be right back. So, Mitch, what's your take on the whole Jeff Hardy situation?
It's sad. I mean, we're going through this time and time and time again. When is it time for WWE to say, you know what, this is enough? We helped you out multiple times. We tried to. We've done this and that, this and that. But then it's just like, It's Jeff Hardy. You can't do anything. Yep. Thank you for coming to my stream too, Raider Earn. That was a fun stream I had. That was very fun.
It
Thank
just
you
really
again.
hurts me as a fan. Like I said, I hope he gets help. But if this is true, if it's true, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be upset not only as a wrestling fan, but a huge, big fan of Jeff Hardy as well. Because I love the man, love the dude so much. I mean, that dude was my childhood.
Yeah, he was all of our childhood.
All of our childhood.
We all did the entrance. Like,
shoot, I cried when that man won the WWE Championship. I'm not gonna front with you because, like, I thought they would.
Time?
The first time when the triple threat match between him, Edge, and Triple H, I didn't expect Jeff to win the WWE title. I thought they were gonna let Edge or Hunter win that match, but like watching Jeff, climb the mountain so high and just come low. But like personally, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna still look into this. And guys, please let me know. Let me go into this too. A lot of people saying that he's gonna go to AEW. Personally, to me, right now, AEW is not the place right now for him.
No.
Honestly, I get it because of the Hardys and whatnot, but honestly, stability comes first.
Yeah, I don't want him to think about any other promotion right now. I don't. I want him to think about himself, think about family, just focus on you. That's all I want to think about. And Alexander, yep. If he goes to AEW, is that like
he'll just be with Matt?
I know, but we've seen that. How many promotions now?
They only do it just to do the Young Bucks versus the Hardys. That's basically one of the biggest things.
You don't think they'll give him a tag team title run?
They will.
That's exactly my point. We've seen
they will because nostalgia. Because there's supposed to be money based off the Hardy Boy merch. Also Chris Jericho. Prayers go out to Y2J Chris Jericho. And that moment when he slammed the chair onto the ring mat and you didn't see the writing on the walls, I cried. Yeah, when Jeff won the championship. Yeah, when he had the chair and he slammed it down on the ring. Because dude, I was flipping out. Like I've called my friends. We were all freaking out and happy. I want the Hardy Boys back together in AEW. It might happen. It may not. But yeah, my prayers and thoughts go to Y2J. Apparently, it's not COVID related on what he had. It's not COVID related, thank goodness. But at the same time, it's something that had to do with another certain thing. But so far, he's been hospitalized. He said that some people say, I'm like, I haven't got any official word if he's, well, obviously he's fine, but he had to stop, the Fozzy tour and all of that right there too. So shout out goes to Chris Jericho.
He's one of my favorites of all time, bro.
One of my favorites as well. The GOAT. He is the GOAT. The GOAT. And also, before we move on here, we got a lot to discuss here on the show tonight. We have we're going to talk about very shortly, Liv Morgan. We're going to be mostly on WWE all day today because, a lot has happened over the week. One of them being the two biggest names in NXT. NXT Black and Yellow, guys, is gone. It is gone. It is dead. It's gone. It's gone and it's dead. Because WWE isn't innocent, especially with that ignorant storyline with Sheamus. Oh God, Jericho's getting sick. Is good now. I don't have to hear Fozzy shit music, but I do pray for the man. Fozzy is not bad, Juice.
Fozzy's not bad at all.
We're not gonna do that. Just because you want him to retire doesn't mean anything towards us. And I'm sorry that my voice is a little bit more mellow, but
you're all good.
Because I've also had a stressed week as well. O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano are gone from the company. They're gone,
I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
and he is back.
Digging the headset.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like the
I had
headset
to
a
get
lot.
the headset because I got to start hearing myself in this microphone. I got to start hearing myself. So yeah.
And well, let me
And
say
just
this
to let
right.
you know, it's just not a regular headset. It's my play-by-play. So
Oh. The
So I'm
big
able
guns.
to, move that back part out the way, and I'm able to just use the headphones without it.
Also, what else is we're now on. Let me say this right now. Can we all say an agreement? Because after watching NXT War Games, I am officially going to say it because nobody has the balls to say it. Black and Yellow is dead. Okay, it's dead.
Black and Yellow's been dead since they changed
It's
the whole aspect of it when it made it NXT 2.0.
no. I'm
already
just
knew
saying.
that, Cooley.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, well, with Gargano being gone and Kyle O'Reilly being gone,
Oh yeah,
everybody in
yeah.
their
And I think they signed with AEW, if I'm not mistaken, right?
they have not signed yet. Nobody has signed to AEW. Kyle O'Reilly just mentioned Ring of Honor. So, but Ring of Honor tonight was their last show until all of their mishaps and stuff get solved. So, shout outs to those men and women who are about to put on the most kick ass show if they ever had a kick ass show.
I can't wait
They
to
never
see that.
kicked ass before.
Just send me the link for that. I'll
Also,
definitely go watch that.
when it comes down to basically the aftermath, because everybody and their mother was freaking complaining, saying, oh, Black and Yellow should have won this and that. Let me say this, and I mean this, and I even said this last week. If you were to have War Games and you're starting up a new brand, a new era in NXT, wouldn't it make sense for the new blood to walk out on top? And that's what happened here. The new blood went on top. I didn't have a problem with NXT 2.0 winning because they all look like stars. Hell, Gargano and Ciampa, LA Knight, and who else? Who else was it? Tommaso Ciampa, LA Knight, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. They made those boys look like legit, like they could be the next big thing. They made Bronson Breakker a huge star at the end of that match. And hell, I didn't have a problem with him pinning Tommaso Ciampa because, like I said, Bronson Breakker and Tommaso Ciampa are going to have one more match. And I'm telling you, Bronson Breakker is going to be NXT World Champion by the end of this year or the beginning of this year. One of the two. He will be World Heavyweight Champion. They can stick with Black and Gold forever. Wait a minute, let me read that. They can stick with Black and Gold forever. You got to change things up once in a while. That's basically what they did. They basically put Carmelo Hayes over. They put mentally all of those young guys over. It was like basically a passing of the torch. That's what I got out of that War Games match. I didn't
get a passing of the torch for that. I didn't
have a problem.
I already knew. This is how I knew it wasn't really a passing of the torch, and I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. It wasn't a passing of the torch because Triple H didn't let it pass the torch. And I understand that Triple H is out and anything of that nature, but it didn't feel like a passing of the torch. And this is why. Once they changed the whole theme of NXT and Gargano, O'Reilly, and them, they even came out and said they was not having fun there anymore. I understand if you're having fun and then you pass the torch, or you're interested and then pass the torch, but when you have wrestlers that's unhappy, how is really that considered passing the torch when you're unhappy there as a performer? So me personally, when it comes to passing of the torch, it got to be like saying, like at the time when Sasha was fighting Bayley. Sasha was fighting Bayley, and Bayley loved it, and so did Sasha. But Sasha knew she was going to the main roster. That's passing of the torch. You know what I'm saying? Unlike this, in this situation, they ran NXT to the ground. Gargano and O'Reilly was not interested anymore, and they knew that their contracts was coming up, and to see if they wanted to re-sign or not, and they end up becoming free agents. Because if they really was passing the torch, they would have re-signed their contracts and took a step back.
From a lot of people saying that, oh, Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard were the ones that choreographed that match. No. Shawn Michaels was the one.
Shawn Michaels did that.
Shawn Michaels, and we got to give Shawn Michaels and Molly Holly a goddamn Christmas card, because both War Games matches were good.
Yeah.
They were really good. Now, but here's the thing. Now, I can understand the argument of people saying, but it's not the best War Games of all. No, it's not.
Honestly, it's not the best War
It's
Games.
not the best. It's not the best.
But it was. Is it worthy of replay value as a whole pay-per-view? No.
I still watch Sasha Banks and Bailey. I still watch that to this day.
Shoot,
It's just one of those War Games events where I just can't. Oh, let's go watch this. This was something. This was very memorable.
But it wasn't a bad pay-per-view.
War Games.
But it was not a bad pay-per-view. I can't say that.
I gave it a B.
I gave it a B. I gave it a B.
I gave it at least a B minus, almost a C.
Yeah, like a B minus or B minus. I can accept B minus and C plus, because like basically, let's be real. When has there ever been a horrible NXT takeover? 9 times out of 10, there is none. There
is none. But this is out of all the War Games, this is at the bottom of all the War Games, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand people's.
We've seen better War Games than this. We've seen way better War Games than this.
Because let's be real, the Undisputed Era, for Christ's sakes, they owned War Games.
But even though the Undisputed Era, they made great matches that you can go back right now and go look at.
Like the one with Pat McAfee will always be the best.
Like, this is why you have the network. It makes you want to go back and see that replay value. And now with this War Games, I just scroll past it.
It's like one of those.
I scroll past it, dead ass. I do.
But other than that, I mean, like, but also other than that, I mean, like, when it came to Black and Gold, and I did watch the farewell address to Johnny Gargano, which was really, really, really sad. Kyle O'Reilly, him losing to Wagner, which I expect, that was going to happen. That was also kind of sad. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's what, guys? Reality. Vince, this is Vince's reality. Everybody hates to admit it, but unfortunately, it's Vince's reality. All we have to freaking do, we don't have to accept it. We just got to, like, to quote CM Punk, it's a business, and the wheels is going to keep on turning. Will's going to keep on turning. That's basically the mindset of what that was. And also, Juice, no, Pat McAfee does not suck.
Not as a commentator, honestly,
or a wrestler either, because he was actually fun as a wrestler too. Him and Adam Cole were.
I kind of look up to Pat McAfee as a commentator. I'm not going to sit there and lie, even though that I don't commentate when it comes to wrestling. I know that's something that Goolie wants to get himself into. But for me, I just look up to his personality. He's a
fan, basically doing what we're doing.
He's a professional and keeps it real. And I like even a Pat McAfee show when he does All Sports. He just keeps it real and he keeps it original. That's a lot of commentators in WWE can't do. They like to go off the script and keep it on the script. But unlike
there's some people in ESPN that can't even hold a stick to Pat McAfee.
Exactly. They can't hold the same weight as Pat McAfee as well.
He's the best thing on TV. He's the best thing on SmackDown. One of the best things on SmackDown.
Me personally, he's better than the commentators on all three brands. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I have to agree, because let's be real.
He's the best commentator that WWE has at this moment. That is a fact.
And I just gotta say this. Wait, let me say this. Michael Cole, I don't like him at all.
I used to love Michael Cole, but you can tell he's getting up there in age.
I love Michael Cole. I've always loved him. I respect him as a play-by-play man.
Yeah, to me, just like he's not in it. Like he doesn't have the same passion as he once had.
Because he's listening to Vince, and Vince is in his ears.
Y'all might disagree with me. I don't know if y'all would agree or disagree with me, but when it came to the Ruthless Aggression era, That is Michael Cole's era.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
Michael Cole.
Agreed.
Michael Cole and Taz. Like, oh my god.
But Michael Cole was he was the face of Ruthless.
He was the face of SmackDown. He was the face of SmackDown.
No
Well,
matter what brand he was on during the Ruthless Aggression year, like you have JR and King in the Attitude Era. Back then, you had Vince McMahon and Macho Man as your commentators. If you go back to eras, but the Ruthless Aggression Era, that was Michael Cole in his time. Even though Michael Cole was part of the Attitude era, but he was more like a backstage or giving interviews type of person. But when
they gave him the green light on SmackDown, like he was the voice. He was the voice of SmackDown. He is like Michael Cole is that guy. Like I respect the hell out of Michael Cole.
Right.
I respect it personally.
I think he's in the Hall of Fame.
But where do you put Michael Cole as a commentator? Top 5 or top 10? Top 5.
Top 5
of all time.
Who else
of all time? Top 5.
Besides,
all time.
I mean, you got to put
number
Vince
one
in the
is
top
JR.
5.
Oh,
Number
Vince
one is JR.
Vince is top 5.
Number 1 is JR. I'm probably gonna. Is it fair to have 2 people tied for number 1?
I don't know.
Because
who's your second number 1 then, if that's the case?
Joey Styles, because who else can call a play-by-play pay-per-view and show by himself?
Joey Styles was good under ECW. I didn't really like him in WWE.
True, because they tried to make him into a storyteller, and that's not what he was. He was that live play-by-play man, and that's what I loved about Joey.
I mean,
he was a live play-by-play man.
WWE, because if we want to do top 5,
we're just talking straight top 5, not just wrestling in general.
You gotta look at the Monday Night Wars. Those commentators in WCW,
Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mike Tenay.
If I put Michael Cole in top 5, he will be my number 5.
This is kind of controversial. Mauro Ranallo.
Marlo Ronaldo, yes, was a play-by-play man. He was he's the type of guy that
Heenan's up there too. I don't know about Cornette.
Cornette was a good play-by-play man.
Wasn't my era.
He was a decent play-by-play man. Right. Of course, number 1 would be Cornette.
Really my era though.
No, wait, hold on.
My personal era.
Of course, Cornette would be number 1. Juice.
I don't know about Heyman. I don't know about Heyman being number 5.
Heyman.
Because Heyman was I think Heyman was more of a temporary commentator.
He was because Jerry the King Lawler was.
That's what I'm saying. He was just.
But he was still good. But he was still good though.
He was still good. But we talking about full-time commentary.
I'm mad nobody said Jesse the Body Ventura. I'm mad nobody said Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla Monsoon is in the same era as Vince in Macho Man.
Because oh my god, Macho Man was great. Like what was the SummerSlam?
I'm kind of with you. I'm sorry. No. JBL is one of them. He's not top 5. He's not top 10, but he is top 15. Even though that he was such of a heel as a commentator, and that's what made you hate him, though. That's
what about Booker T?
Booker T, yes.
Commentator.
Booker T, yes. Booker T, yes. Yes. Booker T, yes.
I like Booker T.
WWE just basically gave Booker the green light, say whatever you want. Remember
that's when it was allowed to say whatever you want at the
time. Remember when Booker said you ugly Cole? Like, remember I had a dream that you died. I'm like, did this man just say I hope you die on live TV?
What about Renee Young when she was there?
No.
Are we talking male or female though?
No, Renee.
Because it's not really. Do we have to put the females with the males? No, it's not too many female commentators in the
Renee. I wouldn't say Renee was bad on commentary. She was
didn't get a lot of time.
She had time. She had time.
Gray skin.
But yeah, because like Corey, here's the thing: you're going up against Michael Cole and Corey, and speaking of Corey Graves, here's my problem with Corey: it's either be a heel or not be a heel. That's the problem with Corey. That's the problem I have with Corey.
My problem with Corey Graves is he's go by the book too damn much.
Yeah, it's like
goes by 1 minute too damn much, and
he's too neutral.
Yeah,
he's too neutral. Yeah. Like Now Byron Saxton. Okay, let me say this. At first,
Byron's more of an entertaining type of comedy.
he's an entertainer, but he's basically a nerd.
There's nothing funnier than JBL leaving him on Bottle.
Oh my God, when JBL
That was the
Michael
most
left
shit
him,
ever.
that was fucked up.
Can you
funny.
play the "Oh my God"?
Oh,
Love
okay.
Joey's.
I got you. Hold up. Let me make sure I got the right. I got the right one. Let me make sure I have the right one. I gotta look at my my audio thing. Here we go.
You know who else is actually kind of good on commentary?
Did y'all
Josh
hear it?
Matthews. Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, I
Oh,
just want to make sure.
Josh Matthews. Nobody said Josh Matthews.
Josh Matthews is very underrated.
He's very
Oh.
underrated. Look at his work in Impact.
I'm not
Impact
gonna
is where
lie.
he shined.
Josh Matthews.
Impact is where he shined.
A lot of people don't know that he was Josh Matthews was kind of a little bit a part of the Attitude Era too. So yeah,
Ruthless aggression era. Ruthless.
yeah, but he came in at the intel of Attitude Era, and he was mainly a part of Ruthless aggression. But bro,
Nah, who else? Hey,
Josh
you know
was
what?
okay. He was not. He was not too bad, but he more the underrated ones. I thought his personality could have been a little bit more bigger. They kept him a little bit too calm and bullied him a little bit, but it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Well, this is another underrated play-by-play man. The only one who could actually work with Joey Styles back in the original ECW, who could do stuff in New Japan, did stuff for Impact, was actually a producer for Impact until he got fired. And when he's on commentary with JR and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur, I gotta go with my man Don Canales. That dude is very underrated as a commentator.
I wasn't a big fan of Otunga.
I hated Otunga.
Yeah.
To me, he was just like a robot.
It wasn't
forgot
something
about
I highly
Otunga.
anticipated.
Otunga had no emotion.
Otunga was only relevant because he was married to Jennifer Hudson at the time. That's why he was relevant.
Apparently he went to Harvard. Yay! Like they made that a whole deal.
Yeah, I kind of hated that they changed that whole character of him. Oh, I went to Harvard. I was smart at this. I was smart at that.
I don't know why they can never do. They can never do a college student right. They can never get a college prep boy right. Like, does anybody remember Christopher Nowinski?
Yes.
Dude, they can never do him right. I was like, I don't mind college boys and wrestling gimmicks. I don't mind it as long as they're not cheerleaders. Spirit Squad.
I love the Spirit Squad.
I hated the Spirit Squad. The
Spirit Squad stinked.
I loved it. It was funny to me when they got thrown in the dumpster.
It would be
funny.
Me, Mitch, that would love the Spirit Squad.
Like, there's only like a few people.
Have a problem with everything I love. Cortmage,
anime. Yeah, you don't like. Well,
I hate it. I hate anime.
Something's wrong with you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I told you what happened. My friends gave me a list. I watched one episode. I fell asleep. I'm like, no.
Man, something wrong with this. Something wrong with this man. Nikki who? Nikki who? Yeah, Nikki, Mikey. The only person that I thought that was gonna be a star, but Kenny. Kenny.
Dolph was the only star.
Dolph was the only star.
Squad.
Like, I thought it was gonna be Kenny because he was the one that was more athletic. Who would have thought that Dolph Ziggler would be the one?
Dude, thank you. I finally agree with you on something. Thank you.
The Spirit Squad sucked. Okay, male cheerleaders.
Spirit Squad was the worst fraction that was ever made.
One of the worst fractions.
It was the worst
factions ever. Fractions.
Because you know why they was affiliated with Vince McMahon, and all the fractions that really worked with Vince McMahon and Attitude and Ruthless Aggression really didn't work.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you. Like, my God. Okay, you know what? Another underrated. Even though
Goolie, a lot of people think because I'm just football and basketball related. A lot of people don't know. I know my history when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
That's why I be telling people. That's why I tell people here on this channel, be careful on what you say about, today's product is garbage PG nonsense. Like, imagine B&D and Key. They had to deal with Disney laws, like no blood, none of that crap. They had teachers.
I had
And
to deal with
freaking
I had to deal with a fake Diesel at the time too.
Oh my
Shoot.
god.
no, you had to deal with a garbage man, Repo Man.
I had to deal with a lot, man. I
The
had
Brooklyn
to deal with
Brawler,
Doink the Clown. Like, come on.
the Yeti.
What about
Yeah.
Eugene?
No, that's my era. Let's see.
I love Eugene.
The only things in my era that kind of sucked gimmick wise that sucked, the Mordecai gimmick that didn't go anywhere.
That was
sucked.
bad.
The Mordecai thing was terrible. What was another? Mae Young giving birth to a hand.
Terrible.
How about Big Show? It's a New Year's baby.
Key.
Hi guys, how are
See,
you?
Mitch, you started something.
What
You
are you
started
now?
something. Oh,
What the heck?
shit
Hold
now.
up. What the hell? Are you serious? You need to tell me, Nikki, Kenny.
That was my childhood.
Gotta hear Mitch. You know
But you
what?
don't like anime
You know
though,
who-
Mitch.
You know who else
No.
was trash? The Mean
Who?
Street Posse. Get them out of here.
Oh my God, yes,
I
the
never
Mean
liked
Street
them.
Posse. But I gotta give the Mean Street Posse this. They did have a nice theme though.
What about
No, the right to censor.
No,
Oh,
not
God.
that. Not that. Not
Yo,
that. Bill.
Oh, I hated it.
Like the censor, I had to mute it every time because that interest music was annoying.
Oh my
You know
God.
what we-
And here's the thing, like the fun people, excluding Val Venus, because that dude's a racist. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck Val Venus, by the way.
bro?
Like
And
the only
that
people
Euro step was so slow.
like, dude, like who the
I'm not
Godfather.
watching
When they turned the Godfather heel, I was upset because I love the whole train.
The whole train.
The
I'm
only
gonna
person
say
from
this
the
about-
right to censor I actually liked was Bull Buchanan
Wait,
because he
you know
he
what?
looked good. He had a
You know
Can I
what I
look.
say something
hated?
real quick? Key, if you're watching the game, I don't want to hear nothing about a Euro step. And I'm gonna tell you why. Real quick. I did the Bo Kimball and Hank Gathers Classic, and these guys got a turnover, and he had a straight line to the basket, and you want to do a Euro step where you know damn well you just go straight up and get the layup, but you want to do a Euro step and try to do a reverse between two defenders where you have the leadway to the damn court. I mean to the damn basket. Like I don't want to hear no damn Euro
is
step.
so
I don't.
slow.
There's
Oh
no
my
way you have a
God.
leadway to the basket and you pull a Ben Simmons. I'm lost.
You know which gimmick I hated?
Now,
Let's
here's a
digress. I
gimmick,
just want to
though.
get that off my chest.
I
I'm
hated
sorry.
Festus. I hated Festus. That was so bad.
Hey,
That was
was
Luke
that
Gallows.
Kane at one point?
No,
Huh?
Festus.
No, Festus was Gallows.
That
What
was
was,
Luke
what was
Gallows.
Kane's first character? What was the dentist's name?
Dr. Isaac Yankum.
That shit,
Dr. Isaac Yankum.
I couldn't even watch it.
DDS.
Oh my God. No, and
It
then
was
remember, then he
terrible. It
became
was so
fake Diesel,
terrible.
and then he became Kane. Thank God he became Kane.
I hate that he was the fake Diesel.
You know what sucked? You know what sucked? Why didn't they have him as his original gimmick before the Kane and fake Diesel?
Somebody
Why not
told
have
you,
him as
Kane.
Unibomb? Key, when's your birthday? I want to buy you an Eva Marie cameo. You want to get shot.
I would never tell you.
Festus was not funny. Each time the bell rang, he like turned into this like.
You know,
He was
angry
aggressive. He was a
monkey
beast.
box.
you know what character that I like, but at the same time, I really didn't like. I think everybody's going. I don't know. I think everybody knows what this is. Eugene. I was a big fan of
I
Eugene.
love Eugene.
I
love
like
him.
I
have a
like
picture with
Eugene
him.
to an extent. I just didn't like the fact they turned him heel in 06. I didn't like it. I was like,
I
really?
don't like the
I
fact
was
that they
so
beat
mad
up
about
Eugene. I'm like, really? Y'all gonna beat up the handicap? Come on.
No, but what I hated though was like the match between Triple H and Eugene. I was thinking we were gonna get blood in this match. We get no blood. The only person that was bleeding during that match was William Regal.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that it was the Eugene character that made me a big fan of William Regal. Like,
Yeah.
who knew William Regal could be
This quarter.
be a good mentor?
I loved Gilbert. I would
Oh,
always love
Hate you guys. Fucking hate you guys.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
You know what? You know what's so funny?
I
had
agree with that. I agree with that.
I was playing this earlier, guys, and I unlocked damn near everybody. I unlocked the Mean Street Posse, but I have one little complaint. We can have the Mean Street Posse in there, but we can't have Meat in there. Anybody remember Meat?
No, I don't remember me.
Okay, so
Pause.
basically, Meat was basically a sex slave to the following three divas in WWF: Jacqueline,
Hold on, I'm about to look
Terry
him up.
Reynolds.
I think I know who-
Of course. I mean, you're a sex slave to Jacqueline. I mean, she's not the most attractive thing, but okay.
But here's the killing part, though. Does anybody remember PMS? Pretty Mean Sisters. That's basically what it was called. But WWE tried to be passe.
It was
Yeah.
Sean Stasiak.
Yeah, Sean
I know who
Stasiak.
that is. Okay,
I don't know
now-
who Meat is, but that sounds pretty gay, so pause.
Sean Stasiak.
Pause.
Pause, Raider Earn. Pause.
Meat? Like meat? Yeah, there is a guy named freaking
Raider
Meat.
Earn question is, we did miss it. He said, what is your top 5 managers of all time?
Number 5 should be Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer should be up
Paul
there,
Bearer,
top
number
5.
I think it should be a bit higher than that.
I
No,
mean, you
he's
gotta
not number
remember,
Well, I mean, it depends on what your top 5 is, though.
like
Yeah.
Paul Bearer, number 5, number 4, Jim Cornette, number 3. This is gonna number 3 would have to be for managers.
Jimmy Hart.
I'm not gonna put Jimmy Hart up there.
Really?
Can't put Jimmy Hart up there. I mean, the loudmouth of the South.
One of my guys. I really hope you say one of my guys.
Paul Heyman is up there. Paul Heyman's damn sure up there.
Yeah, he's up there.
Paul Heyman's up there. Jim Cornette's up there. Who else was up?
Vicky Guerrero.
No, hell no.
What about
Excuse
Ted DiBiase?
Ted DiBiase, yeah.
Oh, you gotta put Sherry up there because she did.
You
have
gotta
her
put
own-
Bobby the Brain Heenan up there. Bobby the Brain Heenan is there.
Stop being biased. Jim Cornette is not the number 1 manager of all time.
No, he's not.
he is
Now,
That's Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman-
Heyman's number 1 for me.
Paul Heyman, yeah. Or shoot, you know what? Even though this is going to be very debatable, Stephanie McMahon with her and Triple H.
Yes,
I mean,
that was good.
but can you really make her a manager? I mean, they was really like dating, like
They
for
were
real,
like a
for
power
real.
couple then.
They were
It
just
was
like a
really
power
realistic
couple.
with them.
It was like a power couple
Um,
thing. I mean,
I'm
you
trying-
could
I
say
mean, you
China.
say
You could say
Vince as a
China.
manager. You see what Vince did.
Yeah, Vince as a manager. Yeah.
Vince made corporate
You gotta
rock.
put
I'm
Sherry-
just saying.
You could put Sherry in that list.
Yeah. You could put Sister
Sherry.
Sherry on there. Sherry Martel.
She's the creep. She's
Oh,
the one that
nobody here said Miss Elizabeth. No one here said Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, well, she just only had Randy though, but she was
Yeah,
classy.
that's what I'm saying.
But
only
she's
really-
still classy. She's still classy. She was
Watch
still
this,
a
watch this,
lady.
P. If that's the case, you got to put Sonny in here.
Oh fuck.
All right, Juice. Are you trying to get in? Yo,
Number 1, Cornette. Number 2,
Okay,
Heyman. Number 3,
jalapeno
Leo
on the
Rush.
stick.
Fight me. I might fight you, sir. 4,
Leo Rush.
Heenan over. You put Heenan. So you're telling me that Cornette, Heyman, and Leo Rush are better than Heenan?
Absolutely not.
Humble yourself,
Mr. That's a good one.
Oh,
I like
Mr.
that.
Mr. Fuji. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Fuji.
that's another
yeah.
one.
Mr. Fuji, Miss Elizabeth.
Hold on.
Because if we won't really talk
Hold
about Miss
on.
Elizabeth,
Wait.
if
Everybody's
we talk about
annoying
Miss
guy
Elizabeth,
from ECW.
before Lita got in the ring, Lita was the
with the
manager to
whistle.
the Hardy Boys.
Who?
What the
Wait,
hell
who?
was his name? The annoying dude with the whistle with RVD.
Oh, Bill Alfonso. Hell yeah, Bill Alfonso. Fozzie. Fonzie was bro. No. D. Let's be real. Fonzie made me want to beat the crap out of him. Why? Because
That
he
dang
kept
on
blowing
whistle.
that damn whistle. But also look at the hand he was dealt with. He called it down the middle, baby. Called it right down the middle, daddy. He had Sabu and Van Dam, and he managed them both to championships. I gotta give that to Key. Yeah.
Leo was not good.
Alfonso's on there.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm
Leo
sorry, but I
was
gotta
good
put-
as a manager.
I
He
gotta
had the
put Jimmy Hart
mouthpiece.
in the top 5. I have to,
All
in
right.
my opinion. I'm gonna have to put Jimmy Hart in the top
Wait,
5.
so if you're saying Leo, I know someone who's
Leo has
better.
not done
MVP.
Leo
MVP is
has
better
not
than
done
Leo.
nothing.
MVP,
Stop it.
MVP. Eva
better
Marie
than
was a
Rio.
manager. Oh God, no! If you're gonna put Eva Marie on this list, put Summer Rae on this list. Since we
Well, you
bullshit,
gotta look
put
at
Summer Rae on
the
that
women.
list.
You gotta look at a lot of women that was managers
What
that
else?
became
Great
wrestlers.
feet.
Like
Great.
you gotta
Wait,
look at
hold on.
Lita. You gotta look at Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus was a
You gotta
manager.
look at-
Oh yeah,
Adam
Trish
Payne.
is up there. Lita.
I got someone
Lita's
else.
Oh,
up there.
Trish is at her best with TNA.
Yeah. AJ Lee.
AJ Lee.
He
I
wasn't
don't
really
think
much
so,
of a
you know?
manager.
He was there. You know that whole thing with Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Kane.
But that
that
was
whole
only
thing.
a monthly program. That wasn't like years and years.
I'm
and
just saying,
years.
that
She
was
didn't
good.
come in. She didn't come in like a. She didn't come in as a manager. Like
Queen
Oh, you know,
Charmel, that's another
Queen
one.
Charmel. Yeah,
I like
Queen
that.
Charmel. I agree with
can't
that.
say that though. Like
You can't say Queen
that's the only reason
Charmel.
why I can't say that with Queen Charmel because Queen Charmel was only managing her husband. Who else has she managed?
Prince Iakea from WCW when
I
they
don't,
gave
I
him
don't know
that
who the
Prince
hell that
gimmick.
is from WCW.
When they gave him the Prince
That's a good
gimmick.
one, Melina.
Yeah, Melina. Yeah, with
Yeah.
That's
Eminem.
what I'm saying. Like
Eminem.
with Melina, that's a little bit different. But Queen Charmel, come on, she only managed her husband. She couldn't manage nobody else really after her husband. Let's just keep it real here.
And Ernest the
If
Cat
only-
Miller.
Hold on. If only this storyline and continued on for years, Lana with Rusev. That would have been good if they did that more
Lana
time.
was a good manager for Rusev because she
Yes,
only
she
had
was.
one thing to do.
She definitely-
Rusev crush. Crush.
Wait.
Oh
what's
my
his-
God.
no.
What about Umaga's manager?
Oh, Armando Alejandro
Alejandro
Estrada.
Estrada.
Like Mike said, Moe Bulldozer. Nah, there was somebody else at ECW.
You
who
know
was
what
a
I
manager,
hated
too.
with the Umaga thing? When Santino Marella came out of the crowd and won the IC strap. I hated that.
What? How did you hate that? That was amazing.
That was just like, really?
Dude, it was in Italy. It was in his home
Oh, yeah.
country.
I get that. I get that. But it's just like, really?
How about Vic? No, I can't put Vicky up there. I really can't.
Excuse me.
You gotta give Vicky some type of
I'll give her props.
consideration because she managed a lot.
And Juice, yeah, I'm gonna have to put, God rest her soul, Nancy Benoit, woman. I mean, for God's sake, she started off managing the Sandman. That right there should be a chore right
That's
there.
insane. Yeah, that's insane.
That's a chore right there. She did manage her husband, Chris Benoit. She did manage the Four Horsemen as well. So yeah, I mean, woman, yeah, you can make that.
Maurice?
Yeah, Maurice, you can.
What's
you
going
can make that
on,
with it too.
Eric? What's up, man?
Maurice, yeah.
Maurice.
Bryce Young won the Heisman.
Someone
I told
said.
you. What did I say? I
Someone
told
said-
people that was in Joel's live stream. I said it.
Someone
If they
said.
wanna give it to
Someone said Christy
somebody
Hemme.
that's want to be a quarterback, and that's Bryce Young's scrawny looking ass.
So okay, so someone said Christy Hemme. Okay, if you're talking about the Rock and Rave, no. I'm not counting the Rock and Rave. Matter of fact, you can say freaking.
I know this is going back way before our time, but you gotta put Captain Lou up there too.
Oh, Captain Lou Albano. Yeah, Captain Lou. Hell yeah. You can also say, okay, if we're gonna bring wives and shit into it, what about Karen Angle / Jarrett? She managed both her husbands, Kurt Angle in TNA, and then her husband now, Jeff Jarrett. And kudos to Kurt Angle for
Harvey
working
Wippleman.
through that crap. I couldn't work.
Harvey Wippleman.
Harvey Whipple. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh my God. Key. Shane McMahon. I can't put Shane as a manager. No.
I can't either.
Shane McMahon. No. Heck
As a
no.
manager,
Hell no.
he wasn't really a manager.
I mean, he would manage certain superstars, but he was not like a manager on a consistent basis. We talking about people that consistent basis, like, oh, they're there, like they're there, like, oh, they're gonna cheat, they're gonna do all of this. For God's sakes, I mean, God damn it. Wait, who did Jamar said? Jamar is now the smartest person.
Steph sitting his ass on the bench.
What did Jamar say?
I mean, Shane
Jim Cornette,
say-
Bobby the Brain Heenan, Christy Hemming, Prince, not
Let's
I don't
go,
know who
Danny
that is.
Green
I
for
don't know
the
who
three
that
in the
is.
corner.
What you saying? What the hell for, Eric? What are you talking about? Would you say what the hell for? You say what the hell because you had to get me my logo after you lost the bet. I want to bet you again this week. I want to bet. I'm going to talk trash until tomorrow, which is 12 o'clock a.m.
I totally forgot about brother love.
Oh yeah, brother love.
Oh, I forgot about brother love. See,
if it wasn't for brother love, we wouldn't get Paul Bear. So I give you that.
I might have to take Jimmy Hart out of there and put brother love in that top 5.
Damn. The only time we're giving Bruce Pritchard any type of credibility is with the brother love gimmick. Ain't that
who was with the Godfather? I'm drawing a blank. What didn't
the hose. The hose.
I swear he had somebody.
He had Victoria, so Victoria was a hoe.
Okay.
Yeah, you was talking about the Heisman winner. Okay. I love you, Eric. I love messing with you. Now I could take my bulliness from Hammer and put it onto Eric.
Well, now that we have we talked about managers and whatnot, let's talk at Kyle O'Reilly and now for Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano, where will they go? Mitch, where do you have them both going?
Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, I see going to AEW, obviously, to go with Adam Cole. And then Johnny Gargano, I want him to go to Impact, actually.
Impact.
I want him to go to Impact.
Johnny Impact.
The Iris of Vlogs, I wouldn't say just go to AEW because, like, right now,
AEW got too many people on there.
Don't get me wrong, AEW is the top promotion to go to.
That's why I'm keeping saying Impact.
You do have other promotions that make them just as big as they are in AEW. So, me personally, for Johnny Gargano, I think Johnny Gargano would fit with AEW, but I think Kyle O'Reilly would fit in New Japan Wrestling. Or TNA. I don't think both of them need to go to AEW. I think one needs to go somewhere else and one needs to go to a different place. Me personally, Johnny Gargano, I could see him feuding with a lot of people in AEW than Kyle O'Reilly just because of Gargano's personality. Now, Kyle O'Reilly could go to New Japan Wrestling and be the top guy there. He can be. He has that qualification. In TNA, he could definitely be a
He'll be who? Johnny?
No, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, they would put Kyle in the X division.
That's what I'm saying.
They would put him in the X division.
I wouldn't want to see them under the same umbrella. I want them to see their success in 2 different promotions. So I will say Gargano, AEW, Kyle O'Reilly, New Japan, or TNA.
For me, before Key, when Key comes back, a matter of fact, speak of the devil.
Key, where's you at? I know damn well you ain't home.
No, I'm not home. I told you I'm babysitting.
Oh, you're dog sitting?
No, the baby's upstairs.
Okay. Just making
sure. So Key,
they just so happen to have a dog. It's a greyhound.
So Key, question.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, where do you have them going, and why?
I totally forgot about that, Key. Johnny probably won't be Western for a while because he is focused on being a father. So that's another reason into it. As well.
Hold on. I got a phone. Hold on. I got a phone call. Be right back. But I'll come back on and answer your question. Came it down.
You got a phone call. Golly. What is up, yo boy DT? All right, now for message. Now for me, number 1, Johnny Gargano. I got him probably going to New Japan. Johnny does not need to go to AEW or Impact. Johnny, y'all gotta realize his style of wrestling and the way how he sells. I think even though New Japan is gonna be like a big, if I know Johnny, I know this. He's not afraid to try something new. He's not afraid to try something new. So I get released Orange Cat. I'm mad.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Ghoulie, no, Mitch. You're not fine with Orange Cassidy. You're bugging.
Mitch.
You're bugging if you want to release Orange Cassidy from AEW. What?
No, they're both. They both.
Cassidy, but I wouldn't release him.
Smoking MetLife Stadium because I need to know.
No, they're sucking from the idiotic tree. That's why.
Sorry, my opinion. I don't like the character.
I mean, you got Mitch that got a hemorrhoid that hates freaking Orange Cassidy, and then you got Juice who has irritable bowel syndrome from drinking too many orange juice. That's why they hate the man, because they just hate him. And yeah, I'm just being a petty fuck, because if anybody says anything bad about Orange Cassidy, you will get cussed the hell out, because that dude is actually freaking amazing. So
I'll
Juice,
give him this.
don't get pimp
His
slapped. So you
wrestling
just
is
got
good.
pimp slapped.
I like his wrestling. Okay, I like his wrestling.
And I love the gimmick. So what's the problem? You just hate the gimmick because you don't understand. Oh, that's right. You don't watch anime. What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't even watch anime, and the thing about it is, I just like Orange Cassidy in the ring. I don't really know what.
Thank you.
I don't know what his gimmick is, but to say to release him, I think
It's
a bit
asinine.
bogus. It's a bit bogus. I understand his character is
A
probably
bit
questionable, but we're not
bogus.
going to question his in-ring ability.
He's one of the best wrestlers in the company.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be the
he's
best
top
wrestler in the
10.
company, and you don't have to understand the gimmick. You just look at what he does in the ring.
Look at the talent. This man can do a suicide dive with his hands in his pocket. Name another wrestler who can do that.
The guy is,
Of course, you can't.
I wouldn't release Orange Cassidy because of his.
Yeah, Juice,
gimmick.
that's so goddamn
asinine to me.
That is very asinine. You need your you need to be slapped. You need to literally get the piss and the slip slapped out of you. Anyway, Johnny Gargano, I think he can pull off a strong style.
Right.
And knowing New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think he will excel at that. I wouldn't be surprised if he became IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I would love for that to be for Johnny Gargano. To him to go to New Japan, dude, come on. And as for Kyle O'Reilly, Impact, hands down. Not only just for the F division, but also to the fact of just basically world title picture. But if he does go to AEW, then you have to reunite the Red Dragons of him and Bobby Fish. You just have to. Like, I can't imagine them being in AEW together and they don't bring the Red Dragons back. That was one of the most popular tag teams in the early 2000s and like in the 2010 era. Come on now.
Now for me,
Keith Lee. Someone said Keith Lee. Sorry, Mitch. Keith Lee. Straight up. Impact.
Now for me, for Johnny Gargano,
Keith Lee would definitely go to Impact.
Yeah, for me, for Johnny Gargano, if he goes to Impact, I feel like he could bring him back on the map. I feel like he'll get a lot more eyeballs on Impact.
Impact is already getting a lot of eyeballs after the deal with AEW.
I just think they need to get back. I think they need to get back to the cable television type of Impact is what they.
Yes, please, because Twitch is not doing it. I'm sorry.
Wait, Impact is on Twitch.
Yeah, they settled their lawsuit crap because of what happened with RVD. So yeah, they finally settled that.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, it's not Twitch's. I'm sorry. So really we can't show twerking, even though I don't know why twerking is on a wrestling show to begin with, but we can't have three ways now on Twitch apparently because the kids. Even though I'm seeing
There's a lot of things that you can't do on these type of websites anymore anyway. So
you just can't have fun. You might as well just say here's the fun button. No fun for you.
Just throw in the towel.
I'm trying to get my Twitch back.
Like throw me a freaking bone, people. I have a son. I should call it Mimiru.
You know what? I can't go.
I think Gargano takes a year off. I think he waits till after the baby's born before he pops up.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Kyle O'Reilly, he could go to AEW because they might bring back the Undisputed Era over there.
Oh yeah, that'd be 2 out of 3. The original 2 out of 3 of the.
But I think they probably won't be able to call it Undisputed Era because WWE owns it.
They're just gonna call them the Super Click.
They will call it something different, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they would bring back the Undisputed Era. I would love to see some more Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole again. I would love to see that in a different setting like AEW.
Let me ask you guys this: is there a lot of factions in AEW? I feel like there's so many.
Team Taz, Super Click, Best Friends, Team
Order.
All Elite, Dark Order,
Inner Circle.
That's the Inner Circle, the Pinnacle. That's basically it.
You know what's funny? All those fractions in AEW is still a good product.
And I ain't gonna lie, Taz's son. Oh my God, he looks good.
Yeah,
I mean, really good. I'm like, he remind me a lot of his daddy. I'm like,
but
damn.
imagine having all those fractions and still having a good show and having watered down fractions in WWE and you're losing ratings.
They was thinking about getting a trios belt for.
Oh my
Honestly,
God,
I'm not going to even lie. And Ghoulie might be mad at me about this, but some of those fractions in AEW is better than Bloodline. I'm just going to be real.
It is. I agree with you on
Some
that.
of them fractions in AEW are better than Bloodline because Bloodline is getting the fuck boring. Sorry, it is what it is.
Bloodline is just the
everyone's
same thing
entitled
over
to
and
their
over
opinion.
again.
I'll leave it at that.
What makes Bloodline the top fraction in wrestling in general?
Oh,
What
not
makes it
just
the
in.
top
I'm not
fraction?
saying in
Is it
wrestling. I'm
Roman
saying
Reigns?
right now in WWE. Yeah, but now top fraction. I'm pretty sure the Bullet Club can find for that title.
The Bullet Club definitely.
Bullet Club
is
can
better
find
than
for that
Bloodline.
title.
The Bullet Club is definitely better than Bloodline. That's a fact.
Yeah, but the Bullet Club. Oh my God, Bullet Club was people say, oh, it's the NWO 2.0. That's the fucking
No,
point.
it's not.
It's not
really. It's not. But it is. Like it's some things they do relate to the NWO, but they still have their ways of doing things on their own in a creative way.
Juice.
So, yeah.
Juice. You know what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna send you some lotion and a picture of Powerhouse Hobbs. You put two and two together on what you could do with that.
John L. Jackson, you can say whatever you want. I'm saying in WWE, I don't care about sell. When it comes to merch sales, that don't make them the best fraction because they have merch sales. I want to see a great fraction that works together. And the thing about it is, it's only Roman Reigns and the Usos and Paul Heyman.
Now with like
I'm
the
sorry,
greatest
I'm
factions
not-
of
I'm
all
not
time,
hating.
like you
I
could.
just feel like me personally, as a growing up as a fan, all the fractions used to be entertaining and talented. There's nothing entertaining about the Bloodline. Nothing entertaining about them. Yes, you got the Usos that standing behind Roman Reigns again instead of not standing on their 2 feet like they've been doing their whole careers, and now they want to follow after a Roman Reigns. Understand that. You want to be a follower, go be a follower, but I'd rather be a leader than a follower. I'm just saying. But when it comes to certain fractions, I want to see more than just following behind somebody. See, understand the Inner Circle is with Jericho, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Inner Circle is Jericho.
Jericho is kind of the face of Inner Circle, but Jericho knows how to take a step back and get other people shine in Inner Circle. Something that Bloodline does not do.
No.
Also, you gotta make the fact with.
Sorry, because the Usos was second fiddle to Roman Reigns at this point. They're second fiddle.
I don't know why Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is being brought up on a wrestling stream, but okay.
My friend had that. He got rid of it within a day.
So people can say whatever they want about Bloodline, but right now the Usos can stand on their own 2 feet without Roman Reigns.
I agree. I agree with that.
And
I do.
I feel like they're taking a step down to be behind Roman Reigns, where they could be one of the top tag teams in wrestling, period, without him.
And they're doing they're finishing Roman Reigns' matches. Like every single match, you have the Usos getting involved every single time. I'm getting tired of that.
The Usos don't, for real. If you want to be honest, the Roman Reigns needs the Usos more than the Usos needs Roman Reigns.
Thank you.
That's a fact.
Yes, I was going to make a video about that sometime
Roman
this
Reigns
weekend.
had success with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins back in the day with the Shield, but the Usos been doing this without Roman.
And the fact that WWE has the balls to say that the Shield is the greatest faction of all time, I'll say top 10, but that was so disrespectful.
They're not top 5
because like everybody has forgotten the Four Horsemen. Come on, the Four Horsemen is top 5.
They're not bigger than the Four Horsemen. They're not bigger than
DX, NWO, Evolution.
Billy Gunn is on AEW. I didn't know he getting up close to age of Sting. Shit, he's 62.
He's still Billy Gunn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's still killing it though. Can you believe that, bro? Who would have thought we would have saw Billy Gunn versus Sting in AEW? You see you see how the Dark the Dark Order is way better than the Bloodline. Let me say this about the Dark Order. At first, I loved it, but now they're okay. But I can't say they're better than the Bloodline because here's the problem: to me, the Dark Order doesn't have a direction. Like when Brody Lee was there, they were fully heels. They were like a faction that would get stuff done. But then when he passed away. But then when he passed away,
Dublin's making her debut, y'all.
Dang.
Look, the dog.
Not the damn Hurt Business. What the hell?
No, not the comments. The damn dog, bro.
Oh, hey, doggy, what's going on?
the Hurt Business.
I'm sitting here like, what the hell are you talking about?
The Hurt Business. Like, oh, it's the Hurt Business.
You can't put the Hurt Business up there because the business is hurt. The fuck?
Oh god. The Hurt Business when it started, yes, but when they broke them up, that's when it died, and then they broke them up again. Hurt. Like the Hurt Business, I liked it, but here's another. When it comes to factions, that's next week's episode. The best factions and the worst factions. I'll tell you the worst of them all. The worst of them all is the Spirit Squad. At me, the Spirit Squad is the worst. That's the worst faction of all time.
Y'all gotta do on your list the second generation stars.
Is Carlito? Randy Orton's
Randy
third.
Orton's third.
I think Carlito is Carlito.
Orton's third.
What about Carlito?
Well, I'm just saying,
third generation, not
Randy Orton's third. What about Carlito? I know Carlito's second gen, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, y'all gotta do like the generation, who's.
So you mean like the best generation? Okay, okay.
Raider Earn. What up, doggy? Eat fresh.
Vince said that you hate and say it at this point, bro. When Vince said "What's up, my bro?" No, like you could tell, man was bottom line racist after that. But anyway, okay, so we already know where people are gonna go. Now let's talk about the match. I don't know if D or Key watched it, but I watched this match time and time again, and I gotta say right now, Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, and I'm gonna say it right now.
I rewatched it.
That match was actually really good. They made Liv into a star. They made Liv Morgan into a star.
But they fumbled the bag.
She deserves a rematch.
I can't say they fumbled the bag because let's be real. If she would have won the Raw Women's title, do you think she holds it until Mania?
No. There's no way in hell. She would have lost it a day one.
That's my point.
Or one day.
So having her lose to Becky really didn't hurt Liv in a way. It really didn't. It's like basically I gotta say it. They basically wrote themselves out of a writer's block because let's be real. If she would have beaten Becky on the anniversary where Trish Stratus and Lita main evented a Monday Night Raw, which that match still holds up to this day. But let's be real. She would have held the belt for a month. That's the problem. So that's like the problem. Now, obviously, they might do a rematch at day one, which they should. And maybe you have Liv win it, but then again, here's another thing that you got to realize too. Where does that leave, the EST of WWE? Where does that leave Bianca Belair? Because Bianca's in this one-up feud with Piper Niven. Oh yeah, by the way, Key, you're gonna love this. They own her government name. They own Piper Niven's government name. They trademarked it.
Are you shitting me? What? So you mean to tell me if she leaves WWE, she can't use her own damn name? That's a bullshit.
Liv Morgan?
Piper Niven. She can't use the word Piper Niven no more.
You sign a WWE contract, right?
You're basically selling your soul away.
You gotta make a stipulation. You gotta have a lawyer
have a loophole,
something of that nature, to not have WWE own your own name.
Your government. Let's just say together your government name,
bro.
Your government name.
That's
Mitch,
like me.
Mitch,
If,
Mitch, say
if I'm not
government
allowed to
name.
use
That's
Darian
what
Hopkins on
happened with
Spotlight
Keith
Sports
Lee.
Network, what type of shit is that?
That's what happened with Keith Lee. So you mean to tell me I can't go nowhere and make money off my damn name that's on my birth certificate that my mama gave me? Vince, you shitting me. Get out of here.
Bearcat Lee.
I will not sign. I will not sign with WWE if I'm not allowed to use my own damn name.
Yeah,
That's a
like
fact.
they trademarked the name Piper Niven. So
How you can't listen
before I started with the government name,
she could sue WWE for doing that because they're
She
not
really
allowed to do
could.
that unless because it's a government issued name.
Like
The
that's
government is
my
hiring
real
a
name.
fucking
Like,
trademark.
oh my god,
That's very illegal.
Ooh, you should have told me that shit.
That
I
is very
shared it on
illegal.
my page this week, and I'm shocked you didn't say nothing.
Yo, boy, they came after her weight, saying she a donut and she round or something would drop. So they coming at her. So they gave her a name like Dewdrop. That pisses me off too.
So before I start with the government name, I'm sorry. I love every time when I say government name because every time I say government name, Key goes off. We need to have a segment on the show where when Key joins, here come government Key because my God, she used to go off for these people with government name. Anyway, Bianca Belair.
That's like me using my government. I'm not telling y'all what my government. Only certain people know what my government is. But that's like going and telling me I can't use my name. Get out of here.
So basically, the EST of WWE is basically in a feud with Dewdrop. They made Dewdrop heel, by the way, which makes no freaking sense.
That's whack.
And to be honest, though, Dewdrop has been actually being. Now as a heel, she sucks as a heel, but in the ring, she's actually doing cool shit like a Keith Lee type thing. Now, as for Bianca, I gotta give Bianca credit where credit is due. You can't tell me that chick can't lift. She lift up Dewdrop. She took Dewdrop off her feet.
What about that? No, oh my God, I almost said Festus. Otis.
Oh my God. I love the fact like Keith Lee had to lose weight, but not Otis. Actually, no, Otis did. They said
He
Otis
lost weight a little bit.
He kind of lost weight though.
Well, Otis lost a hell of a lot of weight.
No, this is what I don't like. So you tell Keith Lee and Otis they both gotta lose weight, but Keith Lee was off camera, but you kept Otis' fat ass on camera. Explain that.
Anyway, I'm gonna say this too. I'm pretty sure we're obviously gonna get Becky versus Bianca at WrestleMania because there can't be no other way. And also at WrestleMania, I'm assuming we're gonna get Sasha. I think Sasha's winning the Rumble. They're gonna get Sasha and Charlotte.
Oh my God!
Again?
And speaking of debuts, Xia Li made her debut last night on SmackDown. It was, of course, Sonya Deville versus Naomi, and of course, Sonya had Shayna Baszler and Natty as backup, and then here comes Xia Li to save the day.
Child.
Don't know what they're gonna do with that. And personally, I'm gonna say this right now: I am starting to hate, if I haven't already, I hate authority figures now in wrestling.
I'm sorry, but how many times does Sasha have to wait for a WrestleMania moment? Child, please. John.
The only reason why they're doing this is so that Sasha can have a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, Why wait till now? When she lost Bianca.
WrestleMania moment.
No, it's not about the WrestleMania moment. It's basically WWE trying to say, okay, we gave you 6 years. Wait, how long has Sasha been with the company?
She had good matches at WrestleMania.
The problem is never won it. That's the problem.
Bianca Belair thing situation happened. It made it look bad, but if you look at the previous WrestleManias that Sasha Banks has, she had good matches in every WrestleMania she was in. So what WrestleMania moment do she really need?
Basically, what they're trying to do is right the wrong with her. One of the biggest reasons why they want her to
needs to be written.
Let me finish. Jesus Christ.
I'm just trying to figure it out because I need to.
Here's the thing: out of all the WrestleMania, yes, Sasha has moments, but here's the problem: never won a WrestleMania. That's basically what they're trying to do. Let her win a Mania. Because I'm gonna say this right now: I don't see Sasha staying that much either.
I don't either.
And I actually think there's also been rumor going around that if they do Sasha versus Charlotte, we will see the return of Bayley, and they will bank off of Bayley and Sasha one last time. Because I think Sasha is not coming back.
This is why I hate the WWE. It's just a circle of fucking matches we saw so many times. There's nothing new in WWE. This is why I hate the fucking organization. I hate WWE because there's so much fucking revolving doors with matches over and over again, especially with the women's division. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it.
D, what about those college football players that they signed?
Yeah, like you release all these motherfuckers and then you go and get college wrestlers. Like, what the fuck?
And then also there's been
this shit, man.
And there's also been, they've also hired hired like what, some NCAA coaches as well. They basically have like a student plan for NCAA because they're not getting any other talent.
It's not going to make it better because all that talent that you're going to develop at WWE by next year, they're going to be fucking released.
So basically, before all that got out of hand, Liv Morgan will Liv Morgan be champion next year? Yay or nay?
Liv Morgan needs to be champion going into next year.
But will she be champion next year? That's what I'm saying.
She will be. I think she will be.
Will she win Money in the Bank to do it though?
When is Money in the Bank?
Steve-O speaks. We're not going to sit here and talk about Charlotte. I'm not even talking about Charlotte. I'm just saying in general, when it comes to WrestleMania moment, like I said, Liv Morgan would definitely be champion next year, and that's a fact. She will be champion.
Yeah.
I just don't know when. I just don't know where, but I know Liv Morgan will be champion.
So they just did them dirty.
Talking about me being a Charlotte fan, me being a Charlotte Flair fan. I understand that, but it's been times when Charlotte Flair was not the champion and still got her WrestleMania fucking moment. So what are we saying here? So stop it with that. Sasha has so many WrestleMania moments, just as Charlotte. But the thing about it is, Sasha can win and Charlotte can. Period.
Yeah, they let Charlotte and Oscar streak.
Oscar wins more than Sasha wins. Nobody's talking about Oscar. When Oscar was on her hot streak, she was winning more than fucking Sasha. What are we saying there? And I'm a big Oscar fan, just as big as Charlotte. And I think Charlotte and Asuka is better than Sasha Banks, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree to that, wrestling-wise.
They didn't give her moments. She took those moments. Stop it, Steve-O. Stop it, bro. And that's why I'm about to get in my debate mode, but I'm not going to get in debate mode like I am with Freddie. But people need to fail to realize that Sasha is talented. I'm not taking that away from her. I'm not. But it's been times over and over and over again. Even though back then when Sasha first came out, I used to like Sasha Banks. But I'm tired of after disappointment.
In her defense, it's not her fault.
It's not. Thank you, Key. It's not her. It's Vince. It's the writers.
It's Vince. Vince will put the belt on her, and 3 weeks later, they take it off. So that's not her fault.
That's Vince.
She does perform well, and she does put on a good performance. So it's not all of her fault. It's Vince. I don't know why Vince don't like her.
I can agree to that.
Because Vince don't like black people. That's that. Vince don't like black folks.
I can agree to that. But at the same time, me personally, I just think talent-wise, Asuka is better. In my opinion, I just think Asuka is a little bit better. Even though she can't talk on a mic like Sasha, I think Sasha can talk on a mic very, very well.
But here's the thing also, too, if you really want to be technical, like out of all the four horsewomen, the only one that's not.
You go coast to coast, that slow ass Euro, and you missed the layup.
Well, damn. All right. The only one that's not a Grand Slam out of the 4 horsewomen is Becky Lynch. She's the only one, and she's only missing is what the
tag team belts.
The tag team belts, yes. And also
the women's women's tag team belts.
And the killing part is that I love the fact that they put the belts on Queen Vega and Carmella. But I will say this when it comes down to, like I said, when it comes to the 4 horsewomen, the first Grand Slam was Bayley. Second was I believe was Asuka.
Charlotte.
No, Charlotte was not. Charlotte was not second. Charlotte was third.
Then it
Out of
has
all
to be
the Grand
Sasha, right?
No, Sasha was actually no. Let me look it up. I know Bailey was number 1. Asuka
Sasha
was number
gotta be
2. Asuka
Asuka
was
was
2.
not in the four.
She wasn't the 4
horsewoman.
horsewoman. I'm just saying Grand Slams in general.
Gotcha.
She was 1.
I think it needs to be more belts in the women's division besides the tag team and the women's title.
Like Bailey's
not in
number
WWE.
1, number.
And
that's the problem, and that's why it's so easy for the women to be.
I see why AEW got extra belt because there's more women over there. WWE just needs to combine the one damn belt and leave it at that.
I agree.
But even though since we have the brand split, right? And maybe if WWE would have had a secondary belt for the women's division, maybe we didn't have a lot of women get released. I think that saves it when it comes to that. If you have all this talent coming up from NXT, right? You have an NXT women's title, you have a women's title for Raw and SmackDown, and then you have a women's tag team title. If you put a secondary title that covers all 3 brands, then you make it a little bit different when it comes to the women's division.
Should they add a 24/7 title?
Hell no.
No. Well, we have a woman holding the belt now, and that's Dana Brooke. That's so hilarious. And you know, for all of you guys that's on here, mostly Juice.
Dana Brooke is the
Dana Brooke the hell alone.
24/7 title champion.
Yeah, she's the 24/7 champion. But let me say this too, because I know Juice is gonna come up here and defend the hell out of Dana. Say, oh, Dana should have been a champion, or should have been Raw or SmackDown Women's champion. It's kind of hard to take somebody seriously when 2 years ago, when they were in Money in the Bank, they thought that the Money in the Bank briefcase was in the office of Stephanie McMahon, even though they said week after week.
We're not going to do that, Ghoulie. We're not going to do that. If you're going to keep that same energy for Sasha Banks on why she kept losing the belt, this is why Vince McMahon did the same thing to Dana Brooke. We're not going to do that.
They made, hold on, D, before you cut my freaking head off. And they also made her slip in. Then they also made her slip and fall. They made Dana into an idiot. That's the problem. They made her into an idiot. And that's the problem. And it's not. And Dana is a good ass wrestler. The problem is they don't really give her a good enough gimmick. They don't give her a gimmick. They don't want to try. Like they don't want to try something new. And yes, I will agree. They buried the hell out of Cedric. Because guess what? Guess who Dana pinned to win the freaking belt? She pinned Cedric Alexander.
This is fucking
Vince McMahon is the wrestling equivalent of freaking John Elway.
Honestly, Chaos Raider, I absolutely agree with this. If you're going to bring back the European title, bring it back for women, because a lot of the women in the WWE is not from the States. That's a fact.
If they did bring back the European Championship, I would love for them to retire the United States Championship.
Please
and I'm
do,
going to no, I'm not going to say it's just irrelevant. It's just that design of that belt looks ugly, and I'm sorry, there was nothing wrong with the original United States Championship design. I wouldn't just retire it just to design. If you want to be honest, that I got to give Damian Priest this, because Damian Priest is making
the US title is not intriguing when wrestlers had it back then.
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. With Damian Priest holding the belt
at all.
With Damian Priest holding the belt, I gotta say his U.S. title run has been very interesting and a long run. And I believe now he's about to face Dolph Ziggler, which I think that's going to be a fantastic match because I love Dolph Ziggler. So that's another person I wish they should have gave. Well, they did give him a chance. I'm not gonna say they didn't.
They gave him plenty of chances.
Not only that, they gave him the World Heavyweight title. They gave him the Intercontinental Tag Team U.S.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. So he's already established. He's like that go-to guy for you to have that breakout match. That's basically.
Let me ask you this: is Dolph Ziggler more established than The Miz?
Yes.
To me, The Miz.
Yes.
People are saying that he's not worth any value now.
Who? Dolph?
The Miz.
The problem with The Miz, they use Miz to basically give them, for the social medias and the award shows and all of that. That's what they use The Miz for. And that's what that promo with Edge. That promo that Edge cut on the Miz was actually 100% true.
I kind of hate that they buried the Miz. They buried the shit out of the Miz. They made him into this. Understand that he came from.
He feuding with Miz.
Yeah, he's feuding with Miz. Edge and Miz are feuding right now, and they're gonna face each other at day one.
Feud. It's a bad feud.
I mean, the promos on both of them have been fantastic, but it's like who's gonna
talk with a mic? That's why.
I believe the match will be good. I'm pretty sure Edge is gonna bring the best out of Miz. Hey, we probably might see a new, different style of Miz, which I am actually cool with. I would love to see him do something a little bit more different.
The Lakers.
I hope the Nets win, so that way I can.
What was the last match? What was the last big match that the Miz had?
Winning the WWE Championship, and then losing it 2 weeks.
In it for the second time.
And then losing it 2 weeks later.
No,
I remember
what's the last memorable match?
The last memorable Miz match that he ever had?
Yeah.
I mean, oh God, I know this is going to.
Thank you.
Bad Bunny.
And then now he's going up with the Miz.
That was
with Edge.
Match.
And
that was
Edge
that
coming up with a great.
I've already seen the Score Iverson vlog. I've already seen
over quantity. Do you like quantity over quality?
Let me say this, because the Bad Bunny match was actually, I gotta give Bad Bunny props, because he actually, I thought the match was gonna be a crap fest. But Bad Bunny actually did a good job, though. He really did.
I think he was in the barbershop on HBO, and he actually talked about that match and what happened.
I'm still not a fan of that match. He almost slipped off the top rope and broke his fucking neck. Nobody want to talk about that,
broke his freaking neck.
I think he broke his freaking neck. Yeah, I know the Bulls are losing to the Miami Heat because, dude, we got like 4 players on COVID.
Team is out with COVID.
Yeah, and Miami.
Wait, how many?
He has 7 points, and it's 2:25 left till half.
And Miami is a dangerous team regardless. They beat Milwaukee without Bam and Jimmy. What does that tell you about Miami? But anyway, before we get to a non-related, so now, Mitch, you got him? Because now it's time for, I don't think there's ever been an episode. This is episode 4, and all of these episodes has always been picks and predictions. This is another picks and predictions.
I'm tired of doing picks and predictions. Damn it!
This is not for WWE. This is for AEW Winter is Coming, which I will be live streaming this Wednesday.
Predictions general. I just want to talk wrestling. Damn it! I'm tired of making picks.
Well, this is wrestling. Well, so far, this is wrestling.
But I just want to.
I'm getting tired of it
without doing picks.
Sorry, Mitch. Mitch, just get it on Wiki. Just put it on Wikipedia. Don't put it on What Culture, because What Culture hasn't updated yet. Because they haven't updated it yet.
Man, fuck Wikipedia. Wikipedia is terrible.
Well, shoot, Wikipedia is more updated than What Culture right now.
Man, what should I put on?
Wikipedia to a point they put fake deaths on Wikipedia.
Just put AEW Winter is Coming.
How bad this is. Demarius Thomas passed away at 10:30. At 10:31, Wikipedia was updated.
Jesus Christ Almighty!
That's bad.
Oh, that's very bad.
AEW Winter is Coming wiki card.
Yes. No, just never mind. There you go. First one up there. There you go.
Mind you, he has an app. He has a Mac computer. Don't judge him.
Bruh. You had a Mac.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it as a good thing. Like, come on.
Okay. Nope. You missed it.
See, Mini Me, you got me back to roasting you again, Mini Me. Come on now.
Mini Me.
Mini.
You're the one who called it for Rey Mysterio. So why are you calling me?
Oh, speaking of that, thank God that you brought up Rey. Rey Mysterio had an announcement earlier this week. Rey Mysterio's getting his own cartoon, apparently.
I was about to say, you telling me he retiring again?
I don't care.
He's getting his own cartoon, and the animation looks good. I just hope and pray it's not stupid. 2021. Mitch, hit click on 2021, buddy. The one that
Steph Curry, that damn floater.
Damn, I'm lost in it. What'd you say?
okay, where it says events
that's
hit
pretty
Winter
off.
is coming 2021. All right, now you go down.
Yeah,
and
here we
then
go.
There we go. Really, only 4 freaking matches? Okay, that makes our
But
job
it's
a little bit
working.
more simple.
Rate of earn
Mitch,
is
what the
working
hell do you
though.
want people to donate to?
That's Wiki. Yeah, Wiki's
the hell
asking
the
for
pace-
money.
What the hell
Wiki's
is the
asking
pink
for
slip at
money.
the bottom of this screen?
Okay, we have 4 matches. Jesus Christ, we have 4.
It's
we have
only
4
4 matches.
There's gonna be more. Obviously,
These
there's gonna
4
be
matches
more.
is going to be better than the next main event for WWE.
Anyway, let's get it started. Warlord with Sean Spears versus Matt Sydal with his brother Mike Sydal. I'm pretty sure everybody here is gonna say Warlord here.
Yeah,
Warlord.
yeah, that's
All right.
that's definitely it.
Okay,
A lot of these
Akira.
matches we can really go through for real.
Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deb. No DQ. This has been a feud that's been going on since October, and it finally ends in winter. A fall that leads to the winter. I'm going for Hikaru Shida because that's my babe. She's never lost a championship to begin with.
Steph Curry is 1 for 5 from 3.
Yay!
Look at this Juice. Read this comment, guys. Read this comment, Juice. Read it.
Sucks,
Oh my god.
You know,
Every event don't have to have Powerhouse.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
That's what makes AEW so good.
No, he's talking about. There's a wrestler named Powerhouse Hobbs, and I'm sorry, Powerhouse Hobbs is garbage. He cannot wrestle. He's just a big, ugly beefy with Bobby Lashley. He's a Bobby Lashley with hair.
A 4-point play.
Oh darn! You got a milk dud. So you tell me we got a milk dud with a wig?
Yeah, milk dud. No, we got milk. No, we got a milk dud with a fade.
No,
Like I milk dud with a fade.
Oh my god!
Milk dud with a fade.
How do a milk dud have a fade? Like what?
Just look at him. He looked like Reggie off of he looked like a
just
big
a wig because you can take the wig, you can put the wig on and take the wig off. How can you cut a milk dud?
Easy
How
with a
can
knife.
you line up a milk dud?
You gotta cut it and shed it.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. So he's ugly because he's black. No, that's not the reason.
We're not saying that. He just looked like a muscle milk dud.
With a fade.
All right,
He looks like a milk dud on steroids, like a Mondo burger.
You can tell Juice. I'm done. And you can tell that Juice is like a French fry with a fade.
Hey, Juice. Just to let you know, Bobby Lashley is a juiced milk dud. That's exactly what he is.
And he's better than Powerhouse Hobbs. He's way better than Powerhouse Hobbs, in my opinion.
I love that Bobby Lashley match with Umaga at WrestleMania.
That match was stupid.
Right. Sixers are down 3.
The only time I wanted Vince McMahon to win. Anyway, MJF. This is a singles match for the AEW Diamond Ring. MJF, who is the Dynamite Ring holder from last year, with Sean Spears and Warlow, he will take on Donte Martin. I'm going to say this right now. I think I'm going for Donte Martin. I'm going for Donte Martin because you guys got to remember CM Punk and MJF are still feuding. They made Punk a heel on Wednesday because they were in Long Island, and that's MJF's hometown. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Donte Martin. Mitch, Key, D. You guys get the pick.
I'm gonna say MJF.
I'm going MJF.
So I'm the only one that's going Donte
AEW
Martin.
version of Miz.
Damn. Oh! Donte Martin, don't let me down. And then the main event: Adam Hangman Page defending the world title against Bryan Danielson.
Hangman's retaining.
I'm going Hangman. Bryan Danielson is too early to put the belt on him. And apparently, whoever wins, CM Punk said he will challenge that person, whoever walks out as champion. So I'm going Adam Hangman Page. It's way too early to put the belt on Bryan Danielson. It's way too early.
I'm going Hangman Page, But you know they're gonna have Bryan Danielson versus CM Punk at some point down the road.
I wouldn't even say that. I don't know why they just didn't do the one match I thought they were gonna do. Just give me Adam Cole versus Bryan Danielson. Instead, we have the Super Click versus Best Friends.
Remember that match they
Who's them
both
best
added?
friends?
Huh?
Who's them best friends?
Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Chuck Taylor.
But I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit. Let me go do what I was doing. I had to come up and
Well,
get
we're
that
about to
blasphemous-
hop off because we just got on every single topic.
Oh,
We've
I'm
heard-
just saying because I had to come up here and get Mitch with that blasphemous ass comment. So,
Hold up.
What,
before
about
I-
Spirit
before
Squad?
you do that, Key, watch what I'm
Huh?
about to do real quick.
Oh God.
Watch what I'm about to do real quick before y'all leave.
Yo, I like this background.
Look what I did with the Spotlight Sports Network background.
Yo,
Where?
so
What,
cool.
in the group chat?
Yeah.
Billy English.
Oh,
I like it, and I love the color.
Oh wow.
So basically, we've had, I don't know, guys. Did we have a
I
little
gotta
bit
go
more?
close the back door. It's raining.
Did we have any more positives or on this show, or do we have a lot of negatives on the show?
As far as what?
As far as what we always as far we as the contents we normally do, like like we talked about today. We talked about WWE and how their crap women's division. We've talked about they made a star into Liv Morgan. We basically said everything. There's only one
Yeah,
thing
we basically
to end it on.
said everything until what happens this week on AEW, NXT, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and is it day one coming up soon?
Day one will come up on my birthday. And
Oh,
speaking
okay, so
of
that's
day
good.
one, since we have a little bit of time, oh God, D.
Wait.
Speaking of Milk Dud, oh God.
What about the goddamn Milk Dud? What about him?
So on Monday Night Raw, Big E defeated Kevin Owens in a steel cage match. I'm like, okay, not a bad match. All right, cool, not a bad match. Then Milk Dud came in and beat the living piss out of Big E. And now it's a possibility on Monday Night Raw that Big E might have to defend his WWE Championship at day one, not only against KO, not only against Seth, but now against Milk Dud. What the fuck, bro? Milk Duds. So we have Milk Dud, Big Man, KO.
So we got Milk Dud, we got Mr. Goodbar, we got White
Who's
Chocolate.
Mr. Goodbar? Wait a minute. Time out. Who's Mr. Goodbar?
Big E.
Hey, you know what? Mr. Goodbar is a good candy bar.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
All right, so we got.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we got Mr.
Milk
Goodbar.
Dud, you got Mr. Goodbar, you got
weak.
white chocolate Hershey's and white chocolate Reese's.
I'm weak right now.
Who's White Chocolate Hershey? Who's White Chocolate Hershey? Who is
Seth.
Nah, Seth is 100 old grand. That's what he is.
So we need
Old
something
grand.
that has white chocolate in it because they're white.
Almond Joy.
That's still black on the outside.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was white on the inside because of the coconut.
It's white on the inside,
God.
but it's pause.
I'm done.
Pause again. Hold up.
We're going to hell
I was
today.
thinking somewhere else, man. I was thinking somewhere.
Like
Oh,
Almond Joy.
Y'all know, right? Even though that Seth Rollins is white chocolate Hershey and Kevin Owens is white chocolate
Holy
Reese's.
crap! I got so
But
many
this
notifications
is
on Twitter.
what this match is about to feel like. This match is about to feel like you're walking into IHOP and you see a one-legged waitress. You get it?
Wait. Bruh, stop it. All they can do is hop. Stop it.
What?
What?
No, D in that joke. It's like if you're going to IHOP and you got a waitress with one leg, all they can do is hop. Bro.
Yeah, there was a
Listen,
joke on Two and a Half Men.
Listen,
I know.
I'm just a messenger. If you did not come into the Army and Navy live stream, Joel said the first thing you think about IHOP is when you're going into IHOP and having a waitress with one leg.
No. This is a joke from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, it was on 2.5 Men, but I'm gonna say this too.
No, but I'm gonna timestamp it when Joel said it because that shit was hilarious.
And also, Juice, I'm gonna say this too.
When I say I was red, mind you, I look like a milk dud in itself, but I was red. Cracking the fuck up on the live stream.
Bro, I can't believe I call Powerhouse Hob a milk dud with a fade. Milk dud with a fade. I French fry with a fade.
Milk dud. No. You know what? No. Bobby Lashley looks like. Hold up. Bobby Lashley look like a Nestle Crunch.
Hey, don't disrespect Nestle Crunch. That's amazing.
It's the Nestle Crunch with all the little dots on it.
Oh God, those were terrible.
What kind of a podcast is this?
We're talking about candy and wrestling. Yo, I'm gonna say this right now. You know what?
Listen,
I got one for Seth Rollins.
WWE is a fucking candy shop.
I got something for. Wait a minute, hold on.
It's about pizzas and eggs.
What?
I hate because it's Survivor Series, the egg and the pizza. Oh my God, I'm still having PTSD.
You want to go back? You want what WWE is about? Biscuits and gravy.
Baby, a man. Oh, biscuits and gravy. All right, wait a minute. Now I got one for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Does anybody remember these? Oh my God, Bobby Lashley looks like a baby.
Yes,
bro. Why are y'all disrespecting candy that I eat?
Yes,
I don't
anyway,
he sounds like a freaking baby Rude.
No, Seth Rollins with all the different suits and all the colory fur coats and whatnot. Him and Becky Lynch remind me of Hershey's Kissables. Did anybody remember those colorful Hershey's kisses? Then they were multicolored. Like that is Seth Rollins. So okay, I respect the fact that Kevin Owens is a white fudge Reese. I respect that fact. I respect the fact that Big E looks like a big giant Mr. Goodbar. I respect that. Freaking Bobby Lashley looks like a Nestle Crunch. And then you got freaking Kissable, the Hershey's Kissables, goddamn Seth Rollins. So yeah, this is a candy shop.
Seth Rollins looks like Mr. Seth Rollins looks like Ed from Good Burger. You put his hat on him and you're good.
No, stop.
That movie was great.
No.
I mean, you can't have Bobby Lashley look like a damn Snickers with all the veins coming out of his goddamn head.
Oh my God! And the fact that all four of them,
you see the vein, you see the little lines on the Snickers. You think of Bobby Lashley's veins coming through his brain.
And the killing part is about this whole situation is that we really only have, if you really look at the faces and heels, Big E is the only one in this match that's a true baby face. Kevin Owens is a tweener. He's like half heel, half baby face. Seth Rollins is a full-fledged heel. Bobby Lashley's a full-fledged heel. So, yeah, Big E's retaining. No matter what the case may be, Big E is retaining.
So when do you have Big E losing it then?
Big E will probably lose it around Money in the Bank. Don't have him lose it around Mania.
Not Seth Rollins look like a Kentucky auto mechanic.
Oh, my God.
Raider
my
Earn,
Lord.
I can't stand you, bro.
Raider Earn, oh, my God. Raider Earn got the urn from freaking... he got the urn from Paul Bearer.
If you ever look at me and my cousin, I want to see. I'm gonna call my cousin Andre because he's a big wrestling fan too. And every time we watch old school wrestling, remember the time that Kane put the Undertaker on fire in a casket, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you ever notice that Kane only put up 3 fingers and not the whole hand, he only did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo, me and my cousin, every time we watch that, we crack up because me and him we make WWE as a fucking comedian. We be like, "Face your brother, face your brother." One more time. See, you did it like that. We did it with a Tuesday. We was like, "Face your brother, face your brother, face your brother." One more time.
No, my favorite one will always be from Paul Bearer is this. I had a dream.
Kane only put up 3 fingers. Like, I really peeked it when my cousin Andre did. He was like, why is he only putting up 3 fingers?
No, like everybody remember the promo from Paul Bearer when he said, I had a dream. I had a dream that the ring was surrounded by fire. Like this Undertaker. Like Undertaker, step into my dream. Face your brother. Face your brother. Face your brother. One more time. The only way to win this match is that you or your brother will have to catch fire. I'm like, what? Bro, when he said that, I kid you not, as a kid, I'm like, wait a minute. So how do you catch fire? And then my dad's like, no, being burned alive. I'm like, oh. I'm like, why you say burned alive? Why you say catch fire? You can't catch no dang fire. Now, this is me as a kid, mind you. But I ain't gonna lie, for for Kane to desecrate his own parents' grave, dude, I felt so bad for the Undertaker.
Oh, I felt it felt so realistic to me.
It did, especially when Kane chokeslammed him in his mother's casket. I low-key was like, no. Like, even JR was like, he's in his mother's casket, King.
As fuck, too.
Like, even JR had to say, that poor man. I'm like, that poor man? I'm like, bro, if that's like if my sister ever did some evil stuff like that. Oh, me and her is beefing. There is no going back. We both going to the shower.
I ain't gonna lie, that is one of the greatest storylines, though.
It is. And, dude, and it's just, you know, it ain't funny. Did anybody look at Jim Cornette's thing? And he basically, like, the 1 week he wanted Undertaker to retaliate against his brother. This is before WrestleMania. Thank God for Jim Cornette stopping it. So basically, you know, it was at Bad Blood, right? When Kane debuted. And then, like, after that,
one of the greatest debuts of all time.
Yeah, he wanted, this is what Vince Russo wanted to do. He wanted 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks after the Bad Blood incident, he wanted the Undertaker to chokeslam his brother through an announcer's table. And Jim Cornette said, why would you do that? Because number A, you killed the story, and B, we have all the way till October, all the way to March. How are we gonna make it to March? He's like, all right. He's like, all right, if we do that, like a shoot, that's in November. Well, what the hell are we gonna do all the way till March? I'm like, thank God Jim Cornette stopped it. Because like he said it himself, they left me alone with Kane for quite a bit. Yeah, they did. So like all of the things that Kane was doing, that's all Jim Cornette. Like from Kane's debut all the way to WrestleMania, or actually all the way to the Inferno match, that was all Jim Cornette. Like everything that he wrote and all of that, the choreograph, that's all Jim Cornette. Everything else after that is all Vince Russo.
We got a few more minutes, and we're going to answer this final question for the show. The greatest and weakest finishing moves ever.
Hulk Hogan's elbow, Hulk Hogan's leg drop. It's not the greatest or the greatest. It's the weakest because it should be kicked out.
The weakest, the weakest is the Cobra.
The Cobra. Hulk Hogan's leg drop is the weakest.
Cobra.
The weakest.
Cobra.
You can say the Cobra, but the Cobra was like.
It's weak.
I mean, the Cobra didn't win championships.
With the elbow, weak.
And I know a lot of people, y'all. That would have been an idiot. Y'all, that would have been idiotic. Yeah, it would have been idiotic. That's why I don't respect
Attitude Adjustment greatest or weakest?
It was called the FU, and that's when it was the greatest. I mean, it's still a good move from now on. I mean, at least he makes it go up to the top.
It was a great finishing move when it's called the FU. When they turned it to the AA, it got weak.
The name got weak, but the move was still devastating, though, depending on where it is. Hulk Hogan equals greatest.
How about Umaga with the thumb to the neck?
That was great. That was great. That was great. The Samoan spike, that was great.
That was great. That was what? He just went like that.
Dude, think about it. A thumb going through your throat. That hurts.
Yes, that definitely hurts.
That hurts.
Mandible Claw was definitely one of the greatest.
Mandible Claw is the greatest because, dude,
how about Mr. Sacco?
Yeah, basically what Mick Foley said, the Mandible Claw, like the whole thing about it is like it's these two fingers right here, like all into your like right over here. That's where the fingers are. He's basically going through the pressure points of your jaw. Like, yeah, that's painful. Another, I know a lot of people are going to say this. People are going to call me a hypocrite, but the people's elbow is the greatest freaking finisher of all. The greatest finisher.
That's a signature, though. Like, is that really a finisher or is that a signature?
It's a finisher. He always beat people with it. Sometimes he won the freaking WWE title with it.
Yeah, that's true.
How about the John Cena fifth move? Remember with the fist?
The fist, that was stupid. That was so dumb. No. But yeah, there you have it, y'all. We'll probably talk about more of this next week.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit us up on Instagram in our inbox at the SL Sports Network with all the wrestling questions that you have. We'll definitely shout you out on here. Ghoulie, you got anything else before we go?
Well, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8:15 is depression hour. The most depressing 3 hours of my life, as the team that owns us like a slave takes on the team that can't get over the hump. Yes, Justin Fields is playing, but yeah. I think y'all know what it is. The Green Bay Stevens versus the Chicago Django's. That's basically what this is. And then after that, oh God, I'm mad. We get primetime Sunday and then next week primetime Monday. No.
Who do you have the next week?
Vikings.
Damn. So let's just run it down. We got one more live stream for today, which is UFC 269. That's going to be going on by ASAP in the next 2 to 3 minutes here on the Spotlight Sports Network and on All Sports All Plays Network. We doing a live watch along of UFC 269. So if you do want to come in and check that out, make sure you go support them on our channel, which is the Spotlight Sports Network. And then, of course, 10 a.m. in the morning. We in week 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is tomorrow's week 14.
Wow, this season has gone by very fast.
Thank God.
Morning show.
If you're a Bears fan and a Raider fan, thank God.
Well, the Eagles too.
Thanks to Buffalo, thanks to Pittsburgh, we got a chance to get in the playoffs. Thank you.
But do you really want them to be in the playoffs, though, D? Be honest with yourself.
I mean, listen. I want us to be in.
Because if y'all make the playoffs, y'all gonna keep that head coach.
I just want to say at least we made the playoffs. That's all I want to say.
I mean, for us, like we could.
I don't want the Eagles to make it.
But, like for us, like we should tank, but we can't tank because the Giants, Freddie's piss poor Giants, got our first round pick.
We have 3 first round picks.
We have the morning show for the NFL Week 14, which is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a 1 p.m. Live stream, which will be for the Washington football team and Dallas Cowboys. Joel will be doing that game. Classified Joel will be doing that live stream. I got to see what games that's on at 4 o'clock because I might be on a live stream at 4 o'clock, but I'm not too sure. But we do have Sunday Night Football, Bears, Packers. Ghoulie will be doing that as well. It's going to be the depressing 3 hours, as he said. I might hop in
please
to show him some love.
Please.
I might too.
Please.
I do have Raider Earn, and I have at the SC Experience, aka Eric, will be doing the Las Vegas Raiders and Kansas City Chiefs on their channels, and plus they doing it on the Spotlight Raiders Talk, which I would not be in attendance for because I did tell everyone that every time the Raiders win, I go on a date and I'm not watching the game and the Raiders win. So with that being said, I'm going on a date and I'm not watching the Raiders game. So until then, that's exactly So so Raider Earn and Eric will be making a debut on the Spotlight Raiders Talk to do live commentary of that game. You do not want to miss that. You got anything going for tomorrow, Mitch? You doing the Eagles game tomorrow?
There's no Eagles game.
Yeah, they're on a bye week. Eagles and Colts are on a bye week.
You're on a 3-legged vacation like the waitress in IHOP.
There's only one thing
we're not losing the bye week.
Y'all can lose a bye week. It's possible.
How?
Ask the Lions.
Listen, ask the Raiders.
How did you lose the bye week?
We damn near lost in the bye week with John Gruden.
Shoot, the Bears. Yeah, the Bears lost in the bye week.
We didn't lose anything.
I just hope and pray.
Y'all gonna lose Nick Sirianni. He gonna get fired on his bye week.
Bro.
happens, I'm low key be happy.
Bro, and the fact that
And you
the
know what,
Bears
though?
are about
Jalen
to
Hurts
think
might
about,
lose Jalen Hurts lost his job this bye week. Gardner Minshew might be getting
and the
starting.
fact that
Yeah.
now I'm hearing that Leslie Frazier might be the next Bears head coach. Yeah, I'm writing off 2022 and 2023.
Leslie
And while the
Frazier.
Raiders looking
Get-
at Dabo Sweeney and Jim Harbaugh. I mean, I'm
Can
just saying.
can I
Stay in Michigan. Stay in Michigan.
I'm at to the point where I'm like,
It's
no,
silver
Jim
and black.
Harbaugh will actually bring
No, stay in
he would
Michigan.
bring
Jim
dignity back to the
Harbaugh,
Bronx.
mind you, Jim Harbaugh used to be a Raider. That's talking.
I know that, but stay in Michigan. Win the national championship.
Like,
He's not going to win the national. We're going to talk about that one in another story.
Let me say this. I just want
Go
the
ahead,
Bears
Mitty,
to get
take us
Sean
out, bro.
Payton.
Take us out.
With that being said, this is how I feel about this game tomorrow and everything about it.
Fuck, 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 mother the fuck.
I really hope that shit ain't a copyright. I really hope it
Yeah, I was
It's
just
not.
thinking that. Are you
It's
sure
not.
you did that?
I'm positive.
bro.
I'm positive. With that being said, we love each and every one of you. We're out of here.